Hello Capricorn. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading. And I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. And the way that I do readings, I only channel through my higher intuitive self to get the answers. I've never actually consulted with any spirit guides. Only in the end of this reading I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel to provide you with some advice based on what the cards say. Okay. So some of you might have been in a relationship. This could be a situationship. This could also be just a very energetic kind of connection that you've had with this individual. You may have exchanged glances and you know that there's something there, but someone's just not speaking up. Oh, lovely, beautiful. You have love. Very nice. Oh my God. Capricorn. Hot and heavy connection. Very hot and heavy. Love and sexuality. Power. I was excited to see what's under here. Embracing the shadow. Okay, so there are things that are a bit awkward here between the both of you. I have to say this is a very, it's a spiritual connection. We have the mystery card here. For me, that is a very strong past life card I've experienced when I see this card. Yes, this person is from your past life. You could have been married. You could have been engaged. You could have been betrothed. Boyfriend, girlfriend. You could have just had a secret love affair for a very long time. Whatever it was committed. And the reason why you feel the way that you do, it's because you actually recognize this person. Your soul recognizes this person. And there's a mutual sense of recognition here. I'll get into details later about that. Here you have selfhood, hearth and home, responsibility, synthesis, mystery, love, sexuality, power. Embracing the shadow under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. All right. I'm going to express to you, Capricorn, what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Capricorn, what has happened between us has taught me a lesson that I shouldn't really have messed with you. I see you in this light now, which is very different. I see you as somebody who is very independent, self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need anybody. You don't need me. I thought you did at some point in time. This feeling that I get, it does make me feel quite weak and intimidated. Because you are no longer the same person that I once knew. A long time ago, when things had just started off, I had uncovered the mystery of who you were. And after all that time, this distance that has occurred between us, I have turned you, directly or indirectly, into a different type of person. In my eyes, that's what I see. This difference that exists now To me, it's like you're a completely different person. And therefore, I find it difficult to approach you now because I don't know you anymore. I see and I feel that you are defensive. You're very guarded, and I understand why you're guarded. You have this aura now that almost scares me. This aura of I am single and ready to mingle. I also feel that in this connection, there's a sense of hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. I feel like I can talk to you about anything and not fear that you're going to judge me. You've always been that person who can guide me home when I'm lost and keep me warm when I'm cold emotionally. You have this type of nature, this type of power, and I find it very comforting. This is who you are. In the past, I refused to be responsible. I refused to take responsibility for certain things. Well, now that's starting to change. I have grown a little wiser, and I feel like it's important that I actually make a difference. That I take responsibility going forward. Knowing and learning new things. Knowing how to face challenges and not running away from them. Carrying burdens on my shoulders, taking that responsibility and bearing it. That is something that I want to do now. A long while ago, in this connection, there was a sense of hearth and home, and a sense of peace and harmony. This peace and harmony that I felt, it now no longer exists. It has changed. Now there is a lack of peace and harmony in this connection. And there are certain things that are hidden deep in this forest. In this dense, thick forest hidden behind the trees and the shadows. Certain truths that have been hiding, and I want those truths to come out into the open. And I want to talk about things. I don't want to hide anymore. Because I do want peace and harmony in this connection. I do feel that somehow you and I have had more than just a physical bond. I personally feel a spiritual bond. I feel it, and I know that there's something there. Sometimes I feel as if I can sense you, even though you're not there. As if I can smell your scent, even when you're not there. I have dreams, very vivid dreams sometimes, and you are in them. For some strange reason, I feel absolutely comfortable with you, and I feel as if I've known you from before somewhere. I have questioned the universe, and I still am questioning the universe. Why is it that you are in my life right now? Why not long ago? Why not far into the future? I do feel that in this connection, it is important for me to think about my fate, my destiny, and how it is that our paths have crossed. Why did they cross? I don't know why, but for some strange reason, I have this overwhelming amount of love for you. This is something that I can't really share with anybody because it's a very strange feeling. I don't know you much. I'm not near you that much. But I, for some strange reason, have this unconditional love that is just there. I just love you just by default. This love is pure, it's true, it's clean, it's sacred. This love even feels ancient, maybe. And along with this love, there is passion that I have for you. Or I want to be lying next to you, doing sweet things to you, making love, holding your hands, caressing your hair, because I do love you, and I am in love with you, very much so. You have this way of having power over me, and you don't even know it. You make me emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. There's so many things that you do that make me feel this way. There's a part of you that is also very tempting, very desirable, and it's hard to resist you. You have this masculine energy, this command, this confidence, and I admire that. Overall, what has happened between us over time has changed my perspective on this connection. You have seen a side of me that is impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. And this is a dark side that I have, a shadow side. I do hope and I want you to embrace this shadow side of me, because that is who I am also. It is a part of who I am, the lighter, happier side, but also the dark side. The problem is that I am who I am, and I can't really change my ways for anybody. I find it difficult to do so. And because of this, this entire situation has become very awkward between us. I feel awkward. And I also feel that the environment is now very uncomfortable. It is hard for the both of us to reach out. And I know that, and I can sense that. But despite all that, there is still a lot of love. All right, Capricorn. It is a very beautiful reading. It's somebody who really was not so practical and realistic, and they weren't really responsible. But as time went on now, and there's been distance, and they have had this feeling, this spiritual feeling, they are starting to notice, and they're starting to feel that this is not only just a physical connection. It's actually a really great reading you have here. You have physical connection, emotional connection, spiritual connection. Typically you need all three to have a really, really good relationship with somebody. You have all three. It's a realization that this individual is having. I had a cold a while ago, still getting over it. I had bronchitis, so that was bad. Forgive me if I kind of cough during this reading. What happened here is the type of relationship that you guys have. It is very intense. And this is for those of you that really feel like you can't let go of this person, and that you're really like almost obsessed over this person. I do past life readings, and that is the reason why you feel the way that you do, because the past life situation. It's double the love, double the pain, because you are having those feelings from now, plus the feelings from a past life, and it's like times two. That's why it's so intense. You may have met this person, and it may feel more intense than anybody else that you've ever met before, and that's the reason why. You've had history with this person, that's why. They could be your twin flame, your soulmate, or your karmic partner, maybe even more. Now, what I also wanted to just mention, and I mentioned this earlier, I do have, to explain to some of you, if you really want a better explanation, for the past life type of connection, on my other channel called Asnointia Audio, I do have a video, 2 videos that you will find very helpful, the majority of you. One is called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. The other video is called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. Now, the Sensually Intense also works because you have here the sexuality card. So those 2 videos, for many of you, you probably will resonate. It's very common. And the only reason I know more about this kind of stuff is because I do past life readings now. And I've been doing them for a while, but they're great, they're amazing. Not all stories are sunshine and daisies and unicorns. Not all of them. Some of them are very tragic. Majority of them are just average, really nice, soft, wonderful stories that people have gone through in a past life, but some of them can be quite sad. And everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different ending in their life. But if some of you are interested, I'm still doing past life readings right now. I'm still taking in orders for that. It takes a while for me to do it, so please do be patient. If you can be, if you can try your best. All right, I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So we have here the 2 of Arrows. Okay. So this is something that may have happened, that occurred in the first place. Something that really just kind of ruined the whole situation and why things started to go downhill. So we have here the 2 of Arrows and the 5 of Coins. 2 of Arrows. So this is something that may have occurred. Some of you may be aware of this, and some of you may not be aware of this. These are just 2 of many things that have caused problems. So here, this individual was, and sorry if I'm breathing heavy, because I do have a little bit of issues with my lungs right now, all my bronchioles. So I'm breathing a little heavy. Some of you might notice that. Also my shortness of breath, which is not normal. I don't hate it when you're sick. Sickness is bad. So we have here how this person wanted to understand a difficult situation. So there was a difficult situation, but this person wanted to understand that. However, their attitude started to change. At some point in time, they actually became very, they weren't cooperative. That's the word I'm getting, cooperative. They were not really cooperating. And they were trying to understand a difficult situation. And they were trying to have balance. That was being, trying to renew a balance. However, they were not really able to, and eventually they knew that any type of issue needed to be confronted, but they were not really talking about it or getting to it. They also had lost emotional control at some point in time. What they truly started to feel, and why the situation started to go downhill, was because they started to feel uncomfortable with a decision that needed to be made. There was over-reliance on the intellect, the practical side of things, the logical side of things, the rational side of things. And they were leaving emotions unconsidered. You can't be with somebody like that who's only going to be processing love like a robot. There's emotions that are involved, right? But now remember, this is actually in the past. The cards that I just had right in the beginning, that is the present. That is how this person really feels for you now. But in the past, this is something that happened. This person was feeling very uncomfortable. They were not comfortable with the decision. They were also just thinking in a very rational way, a logical way, and they were not being emotional about anything at all. So that was a problem. Here we have the 5 of coins. Okay. The 5 of coins here talks about how there was a sense of poverty, insecurity, and a lack of spiritual richness that this person had inside their heart. These feelings were considered transitory. They were supposed to have, and they wanted to have, more faith in the future. However, certain situations got in the way where they were feeling left out in the cold. They felt rejected. They felt like maybe they don't have enough to give to you. It does talk about wealth and a sense of emotional sterility, a lack of emotional sterility and wealth. So whatever it is, that this person was very cold. They were very cold and very distant. And it literally took them a while to wrap their head around this connection and realize that it is a special connection, a spiritual connection. And now they understand what type of connection it is. But back then, they really didn't know, and they didn't look at it in that way. This person has had a spiritual awakening, guys. The majority of you. This is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody out there. But it does appear that this individual really has had a spiritual awakening. And because of this, they have now seen other kind of perspectives. And they're seeing things differently now. Whereas before, they were not able to see it all. They were blinded by the snow, by confusion, by the wind, by so many things that were on their mind. Feeling rejected, feeling that fate and destiny is not on their side. But they themselves put themselves in this situation. You didn't. They put themselves in the situation because they were trying to be overly rational. They were trying to be very practical, very logical when it came to love and romance. However, now they have changed. Okay. I'm getting a scenario, just a message, like a scenario that is, somebody wanted to plan almost like a wedding, I think. It looks like a wedding. But the masculine energy that they were with said that they don't want to have something so big. And so the female was trying to adjust according to that. But this is something I see where the individual thought, the masculine energy thought it's not really practical. It's not rational to waste all this money on this. You know, let's just have a small ceremony. But I do see a disagreement out there. And the way it works, guys, is think of me as a very old-fashioned TV that has a little teleport hub on the top. I mean an antenna, a little cap with 2 little antennas. And my vibration, I'm able to tune in into the highest amount of frequency that I'm resonating with. So whoever is feeling this, there's not just one person. This is a mass of people. A lot of people are feeling this, that this person was kind of, they were less it looks like they were less emotional, and they were trying to be extremely practical. Maybe they were trying to like save money or cut corners and not really enjoy life. Sometimes that is okay, and sometimes it's not, depending on the person and their lifestyle. But I just wanted to say that the reason why I'm resonating with this right now, and I'm really picking up on this right now, it's because the majority of the people out there are actually in some type of a situation where they wanted something, but the person that they were with was doing something completely opposite. And from their point of view, they were doing it because they were being logical about it, because they're being practical about it. So this is something that I'm picking up. And unfortunately, you can't really go, you know, you can't really go on in life like that sometimes. I'm also seeing a scenario where there's a little child. And the future of this little child, this person, whoever this person is not giving a toy to the little child, thinking that it's just going to be a waste. The child's going to grow out of it. So this is somebody who's friggin' stingy. Some of you might be with somebody who's actually very tight with money, very stingy. You got to be careful, right? You got to be careful. Just wanted to put that out there. That's what I'm getting right now. And the only reason I'm getting it is because many of you, or a few of you, are really, really upset about that type of a situation where whatever decision you have made, it wasn't really responded to properly. You didn't really receive a proper response. Nothing encouraging. It was very discouraging. I'm seeing the word pessimism. This person was pessimistic. Oh, look at that. And while I was saying all that, I keep my eyes closed. I channel better when my eyes are closed. Okay. Very, very interesting here. Okay, well, these are just two. Put that back. All right. We have here a situation where somebody has really screwed up. Somebody messed up and they want a second chance. Yes. Here we have the Queen of Swords. This person has this feeling that you are now somebody who feels very jaded, very upset, very much betrayed. And so they feel afraid of you. They feel afraid because they are afraid and upset of what has happened. They know that they put you in a very awkward situation, that they put you in a very uncomfortable situation, and now you have a broken heart, and now you are so hurt and you're so angry that they don't know how to approach you. Some of you might not feel like this, but this is what this person is envisioning. This is what they think that you look like. This is what they think that you are because of what they did to you. Just the fact that this card's here means that they really did screw up, because they know that if I did this to a human being, that human being is going to be pissed off. That's why this card is here, Queen of Swords. This is how they think. They don't want to approach you. They're almost afraid that you're going to chop them up. They're afraid that you're going to yell at them, scream at them, even reject them. These cards indicate any type of intentions, actions, or plans. The next card is Judgment. Absolutely amazing. A spiritually destined card. This is both of you resurrecting from all that has happened before and trying to be better in life with each other by having a second chance. More transparency, more clarity. No lies, no deception. With each other in this connection, there is a desire to have a second chance. This person wants a second chance with you. Are they going to take action? Yes, they are. Page of Cups. They're not going to come to you like a king. They're not going to come to you like a knight. They're going to come to you like a page. Somebody who's very shy, timid, and they are not, they're going to be very gentle when they talk. They're not trying to push too far, too fast, too sudden. And it's because they feel intimidated. They feel shy. They know that they cannot be bold. They don't feel bold anymore. They've lost their sense of confidence. And so they're in a very shy kind of mindset right now. They're also afraid that you might reject them, which is why they're a little careful, they're a little wary as to the approach. Now, with the Ten of Swords, this does talk about how this individual in your life may have walked away. They may have left your life for some time, and they thought that the grass would be greener on the other side. However, it turned out to be just phony baloney. It was fake. It was all plastic grass. There was nothing there that had substance. There was nothing there that could compare to you. Then this person took a U-turn and they came back. By the time they came back, a lot had happened. They'd experienced a lot, and they were just about to reach. But a lot of difficulty occurred, and they were basically put down here. 10 swords in the back. Feeling regret, feeling betrayed by the world, by the decision that they had made. They thought that things were going to be okay if they moved forward, if they moved somewhere else. But it turns out that that's not what was meant for them. And so they have tried, and they are still trying to come back into your good graces. They want to have this good impression. But because of what they've done, it's very difficult for them to even make a good impression, because you've already seen what this person's really like. Under the bottom of the deck is a really interesting card, Ace of Swords. So this person does want to get to the heart of the matter. They actually do want to discuss with you in a very mature way. This card does indicate maturity. In a very mature way, in a very logical way. They want to cut to the heart of the matter and talk about what really happened and what really is a problem. Yes, this is an action card. You also have the Judgment and the Page of Cups. Ultimately, I do see here that, yes, this person is definitely going to reach out to you. And there may be more than one way that they may. But I do see that it's going to be very shy, very quiet. One method's going to be like that. Their intention is to have something long-term with you. Their intention is to restart something with you, have a second chance. And this time around, they want everything to be just crystal clear, out in the open, transparency, talking about the truth. If you feel uncomfortable, you let them know. If they feel uncomfortable, they're going to let you know. Things are not going to happen behind the scenes. And then boom, one day the person just ghosted you or gone. They feel that that's not right. Now my recommendation would be, let this person wait a little bit. Don't rush right back into their life either. Even though you might really, really want to. If you want to have that value of yourself, your self-worth, your self-value, you do have to give them a little bit of time to think things over. You know, what have they done? What could they have done that's better? Why did they treat you like this? They have to self-reflect. And they can only do that if you give them chance to do it. If you just rush right back into their life as well, there's no lesson learned. They need to learn that. It's only after the lesson is learned that people become wiser. They become more mature, they learn more, and they know not to repeat mistakes. So my recommendation, Capricorn, would be, even when this person comes back into your life, just take things a little slow. Don't rush right into it. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. Okay, you have here, you are ready. No need to worry, let go. Yeah, don't give this person too much attention. Yes, you can give them attention, but not too much. Listen to your intuition, then we have wait. Followed by in the near future. Okay, that's actually really nice. You have a really, really blessed reading here, Capricorn. Yes, you have a good reading. These are really good cards. They are saying here, Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, very like straightforward kind of sentence or a few words that they'd like to say. They see and they find that you are ready to be in a connection spiritually, emotionally, physically with this individual. They want you to not worry. There's no need to worry about the situation. They want you to let go of this worry and let go of the beliefs, let go of the problems that you're facing in this connection. If something seems illogical, let that go. Is it really worth it to fight over it? Also, let go of this individual a little bit. Give them that space. Don't stop giving and receiving love, however. Keep that positive energy flowing. Do listen to your intuition. This is your higher self talking to you. Any type of instinct, feeling that you have, any type of miracle. I'm getting the word miracle. Any type of miracle that you wanted. It can come true. However, it has to be practical and logical. But by listening to your intuition, you will be able to make the right choices. I'm getting the word making the call. So do listen to your intuition, because it is much more older and wiser, and that is your soul talking to your body, the spirit. The soul is in the mind, in the crown chakra area. And the body is the whole spirit of you. They have a conversation. We often have conversations with ourselves. Your spirit is new, because it's a new body, but your soul is very ancient. So it is in fact your soul that is much more older and wiser. And it has been there, done that. It has had experiences. So sometimes when you have like an instinct or a hunch or a feeling, there's a reason why you're getting that. Because it's happened before somewhere else in a past life. And so that is your soul's resume. Just remember to definitely listen to your intuition. If you feel that something's not right, or if you feel that this is the right thing to do, then go for it. Try not to be too influenced by people around you. If you think yes and they say no, then listen to yourself for once. Here they also have, it is important to wait. You are going to have to wait. Whatever happens will happen in the near future. And what's going to happen? Success. Beautiful card under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, the card that umbrellas all of this. There's going to be success, and it is going to be abundance. There's going to be abundance in this connection. So it does talk about you just focusing on yourself right now. There's no need to worry. They don't want you to worry. Let go. There's a matter of waiting. Listen to your intuition. Eventually there's going to be success. And that's good. That's a very good card to have under the bottom of the deck, success. So whatever you're hoping for, in some way, large or small, it's going to be successful. Your heart will be happy regarding something that you are desiring from this particular kind of connection. My dear Capricorn, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity, some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this resonated. And also, right now I still have readings that I'm doing. Those are past life readings, as well as simple written love readings. And have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. You'll be able to see the description of what it is, and if that's what you want, if that's suitable, then yes, you can place an order. For some of the orders, it does take a little bit of longer time, especially with past life orders, but eventually I am able to get to you. All right. You all take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys again. Bye now.